Today, I'll show you how to edit NotebookLM slides right inside PowerPoint natively using a new tool that is available in Microsoft 365, which most presenters have no clue about. This is really a game changer, so let us jump right in. I'm Ram Gopal from presentationprocess.com. We help you present your ideas better. Here is a NotebookLM presentation that I downloaded in PPTX format, and you can see that these are the various slides. It is a very visual presentation, so we are going to work with this to see how we can edit these slides right inside PowerPoint. The first thing I'm going to do is to take this slide, right-click and duplicate slide so we can compare the new one and the old one. If you have ever downloaded a NotebookLM slide in PPTX format, you would notice that it is nothing more than just pictures stuck on different slides. So I click on the picture, go to picture format, and here in the top left corner, there is a new tool available in Microsoft 365, which most presenters are not aware of. And that is this edit picture option. Let me click on that. You would get this window open up. And after a few seconds, you would notice this new button appear called as edit text. When I click on edit text option, you can see that PowerPoint is extracting text from image and the AI is working its magic. Usually it takes a few seconds for you to get the extraction completed. And once it is done, it says text extracted successfully. Beautiful. I'm going to close this. Now let us see how we can edit the text. So as soon as I click on this, you can see that I now have the option to change anything. The first thing I'm going to do is to add a little bit of space because I see that all these 3 bullet points are fairly close to each other. So let me go here and there is this option called spacing. Instead of the line spacing as 1, let me change this to say 1.3 and you can see that we have a little more breathing space for each of these sentences. Let me click outside. Let us say I want to change the font color. I can select this and let me change the font color to say red and you can see that the color is changed. Let me press Ctrl Z because it is not readable. And if I want to change the font, I can select here and select all these items here. Maybe I can use Ctrl A because that selects all the text inside this box. Let us change the font to something else. Maybe, and here you can see that there are quite a few interesting options available. You have display font options, all friendly, fun. So you can choose from different groups of fonts. I'm going to choose friendly and let us change it to say Amasis MT Pro medium. And when I click outside, you can notice that the font has been changed to the new one that we selected. And the best part is you don't just have the option to change these text elements, you can also change these labels as well. And that is the most interesting thing here. Let me select this. Instead of calling it primary, I'm going to change this to something, say, first. So it is changed. And this one, instead of calling it customer, I'm going to say this will be client. So you can see that I can change the labels, I can change any of the text items, and I can change the spacing, I can change the font color. Everything is completely changeable. Now let us say for this particular slide, I don't want the background. I want it changed to say white. I can go to the background option. I can either remove the background or I can choose color fill. I'm going to choose color fill. Let us select this. And you can see by default, the background color is changed to white. And if I want to change the background color to some other color, maybe like say this red, of course, it looks atrocious, but then you have the option to change the colors to anything that you want. And the best part is you can even feed the exact hex code here and you can get the precise color of your brand if you choose to. You can change the alpha level, you can change the eyedropper to pick a specific color. You have total control here. Let me click on the back so we get the previous options. And these are the options we have right now. Now, the thing is, once you make your changes, when you say save, you will see that all the changes are saved. Now it goes back to being just a picture like it was before. This is a slight disadvantage that I notice here because every time you need to change any part of the text, you have to once again go to click and then go to picture format, edit picture format, and then you need to wait for it to read the text and then you need to make the change. It is slightly an effort intensive work, but then you can make the changes that you want quite easily. Now let us go to another presentation. So you can see that this is another presentation that I made and I'm going to use one of the slides. Let us see how we can manipulate this slide. Let me click on this, go to picture format, go to edit picture. This time I'm going to work with the images that are inside the slide. Can you see here? These are the icons that I see inside the slide. Let us see if we can move them. I'm going to choose this thing called select area. And you can see that there is this option available called select brush or draw a box around an object to edit. So I'm going to just draw a box, and you can see as soon as I place my cursor over specific items, that specific item is selected. So I'm going to just click on it. You can also draw a box around the area to make the selection. So you have complete control there, and then you can move the item. So I'm going to say move, and PowerPoint is working on it. And after a few seconds, you would notice that we have this box that is created around this icon. Now I can move this wherever I want, and you can see that there is a clean lift from the background. So I can move it to one side if I want to. Isn't that wonderful? You can make the selection whichever way you want. Let me go to select area. You can use brush, and this brush tool works pretty much like the brush tool that you normally use in PowerPoint to remove background. So I'm going to choose brush tool this time, and I'm going to draw around this area. Can you see? I am just going to draw around this. So that allows me to select the specific graphic. And then if I want to erase it, I can do so. I can click on erase. And you can see PowerPoint is working on erasing it. And this is the magic of the AI tool that is available right now inside Microsoft 365. I don't know why this tool has remained a secret till now. Anyway, let us close this, and you can see that that particular object is now erased from the slide. And you can see that there is no difference whatsoever in the background, and that is the cleanliness with which AI works its magic in Microsoft 365. Now, there is another option here called text. This is not the edit text option. This is an option for you to add text if you want. So I'm going to click on text, and it gives you the option to add text. And there are different styles that are shown which match the background. And that is the most important thing here. These styles blend quite nicely with the background, and you would notice that for different types of images, you will get different styles. And that's what makes this so context sensitive. I'm going to choose this one called align. Now I have the text available here. I'm going to change the text to say icon or whatever that I want to write here. And I click outside. Now I have this icon available. I can move this, and I have replaced that earlier icon with this text element. There are some other interesting effects available in the edit picture option that allow you to enhance the image. Let us select this picture, go to picture format, go to edit picture option. Here you have the option called enhance. I'm going to click on that. There are three options here. First is auto enhance, second is upscale, and the third one is effects. Let us knock the easy one out. Upscale allows you to scale up the image as the name suggests. When I click on effects, you can see that there are these standard presets available, and these effects work on the entire image. I'm going to select, say, pixel, and I can apply the pixel option here. You can see pixel effect is applied, and the effect is very clearly obvious. You can increase or decrease the intensity. When I say apply, the pixel effect is applied. When I say save, you can see that a portion of the image is pixelated. So this is the effect you have in the edit picture option. Let me select this again, go to picture format, go to edit picture once again, go to enhance, and let me go to effects option, and let me show you another one. Let us say scatter. Now the scatter effect is applied. Let me close this one, and you can change the scatter settings as well. If I want to increase the intensity, I can increase it like so, and you can see the effect of that here on this side. I can change the angle of the effect as well, and you can see the angle is changed here. And if I go to the left, you can see that the scatter is available here on this side. When I say apply, the scatter effect is applied. When I say save, you can see that we have the scatter effect applied in this angle, and this is another effect. I don't really know where exactly these things would be applied, but these are the options available for you. There is another effect called auto enhance. You may not really see much of a difference when you apply auto enhance to a picture that already seems okay. In this case, I have got something decent. Let us go to picture format, edit picture, and let us see what auto enhance does here. When I go to enhance and I say auto enhance, it does it fairly quickly, says working on it. And this is the auto enhanced version. I'm going to close this and say accept and say save. You may not really see much of a difference in this case, But according to Microsoft, the Auto Enhance option allows you to instantly improve image quality with one click, optimizing lighting, contrast, and color balance. It's a one-click feature designed to make photos look more vibrant and suitable for presentations. So the next time you want to download your NotebookLM slides as PPTX option and you want to make certain changes inside the slides, then you know where to go. Once you have your NotebookLM slides look the way that you want, the next best thing you can do is to improve the way that you present your NotebookLM slides. I've created a video just for that. It is called Present Your NotebookLM Slides Like a Pro, Tips You Have Never Heard Of. I've given you 4 useful tips to present your NotebookLM slides like a pro. It's a very useful video. It has got a lot of positive feedback from the viewers who have watched it. So I will leave a link to that video right now on your screen. You can click on the link, watch that video next, and learn some useful tips and make your NotebookLM slides shine.